Hey guys, Eugene Honrath here with Shadow Warriors. Our first interview. Wanted to welcome Cody Roberts. What's going on, man?
How you doing, man?
So let's do a little quick synopsis. I know I said your name, but of your company, where you're at, your background, and just the general products, knives, knucks, what you make.
All right, my name's Cody Roberts, and I run Abyssal Wolf Forge. I'm located in East Tennessee, and I make knives, ferro rod strikers. I start trying out some flint and steel kits, stuff like that.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about yourself. How long have you been making knives officially?
I've been making knives for a little bit over 6 months now.
Okay. Any time before that where you were just experimenting, or that's kind of when you see your official start?
Like all my life, I've grown up modifying knives and stuff like that, but I didn't actually start like fully making them until about a little bit over 6 months ago.
All right, so 6 months sounds like a short amount of time, but tell them how old you are.
I'm 21 years old.
Okay. So 6 months compared to 21 is a little bit different than if you're 41 and you've only been doing it for 6 months.
Oh yeah, just a hair difference.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about who's involved with you, who helps you, if you have any other workers at your forge, or if it's just you.
All the knives and handle work and everything like that is done by me. I do have two guys that do my sheaths. I've got Jeremiah Jewell. He does my custom kydex work, and he's at CP Kydex.
Okay.
And I have Justin Boyd with Boyd's Leather that does all my leather sheets.
Okay. So, what would you say that you guys specialize in? What type of knives? What kind of knives?
I specialize in more of like your companion belt knives, 3 to 4 inches, mainly tasks for like hunting and the more bushcraft kind of knives.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about how you started.
Started growing up, we grew up pretty poor, so your knife was pretty much like your most valuable tool.
Okay.
And I always used crappy knives; they'd always break. Then, I started watching like, Peter Kohler and Sam Farnsworth, those guys making knives, and I just thought, well, if they can do it, why couldn't I? Couldn't be that hard.
Yeah. So did you start with, tell me about the equipment you started with.
I originally started off with a coal forge that I built out of an old grill that, my buddy Joseph Jones, he was the one that helped me start it all out. He sent me a little bit of money to get started. I started off with coal forge, 1x30 belt sander, and pretty much like a corded drill and files.
Nice.
That's mainly what I started off with.
And what do you got now?
I got a 2x42 belt sander. I've got an actual real drill press now, and I've got a 2-burner Devil's Forge propane forge now.
Nice. So what do you like the most about making knives?
Pretty much I get to pick my own hours, if I want to work like 4 or 5 hours, take a break or whatever, I'm free to do it. Or if I want to pull 16 hours straight,
Yeah.
Hey, it's all on me.
All right. So how many knives do you put out a week or a month or a year?
I can usually do about, 4 or 5, maybe even 6 a week.
Okay.
And a month in between 20 or 30. And so far I've made close to 100 knives now.
Nice. So tell me a little bit about your customers. Are they local to you? Are they in your state, United States, international?
Most of my customers are local, just because they like to be involved in the process. They'll come down a day or two whenever I'm working on it and get to actually see how it's done. I've got guys all over the U.S. that have bought my knives. I've got one friend, Nico Baer, who's all the way in Devonshire, that has bought a knife from me.
And where's Devonshire?
Devonshire is right outside of England.
Oh, okay. So tell me about what would you say the knife that you produce the most? What kind? So I know you said 3 to 4 inch blades, but are we talking about a certain style or?
Yeah, it's more of here's my personal one right here.
Okay.
And, this is more of like the style that I usually produce, got a nice full size handle on it, decent sized blade, something that you can actually get a hold of and do some work with.
What kind of steel is that?
That one's a 1095.
What kind of handles or scales?
Uh, the handles, it's actually a curly maple that I've brandished just using a little torch.
Nice, nice. Do you do any custom work?
Oh yeah, I can do custom work all day long.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about the custom work that you've done. What's the craziest custom piece that you've ever been asked to do?
Craziest custom piece I've been asked to do was to make a 29-inch bladed bastard sword.
What is that?
It's pretty much like a two-handed sword with 29-inch blade, usually like a blade that's like 2 inches wide, like 3/16 of an inch thick, just a freaking monster.
All right, did you do it?
No, my skills are nowhere near that yet.
All right, well, hey man, I give you props for at least knowing what your limits are and not going past it, because I think a lot of people would do it and then be like, maybe an inferior product or just shiny metal and send it out and hopefully that they don't actually have to use it.
Right, if I make something, it's made to work.
Nice, nice. What's the your funnest or the best custom piece that you've done?
Most fun I had with doing one was an 8-inch Bowie knife.
Okay.
For one of my friends in South Carolina. He hunts hogs and everything, and he wanted to be able to kill a hog and still be fine enough to carve a spoon with.
Because I know those two are pretty far away from each other. Being able to be a pig sticker and to whittle wood are two different things. How'd you accomplish that?
Pretty much, I made it a 1/4-inch thick so it would have the strength to do it, and I made it out of a 1084 high carbon steel.
Okay.
And put a nice micarta handle on it, kept it with a nice wide blade, and put a really, really fine convex grind on it.
Uh-huh.
Starting about 3/4 of the way up the blade, and put just almost a micro bevel on the end of that convex. That way, still have that fine work, but still have that nice strong edge.
Nice, nice. So tell me a little bit about what your price range is. Where you start, where your average is, either blade alone or with sheaths, or how what are the options, kind of price wise.
For my standard blades, just my personal designs that I do, even with like a mirror finished grind, you're only looking at about $100 plus the sheath price, and sheath price can run anywhere from $25 all the way up to $50 or $60, just depending on how intricate you want your sheath.
What's the highest price knife you've ever done?
Probably that Bowie. I charged $210 for the Bowie.
Nice, nice. So tell me a little bit about. I know that you charge money for your knives because you're not doing this for free. Have you ever had anyone want to barter with you? And if so, what's the craziest thing someone's wanted to barter with you?
I actually traded a knife for like 30 pounds of deer meat.
Yeah.
Probably the craziest barter I've done.
Nice.
Packaged up, ready to go.
Yeah? Was it good?
Oh yeah, it was great.
Nice.
It lasted like maybe a week and a half.
That's all that lasted you?
Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. So, in conclusion, tell me a little bit about what makes your forge different or unique as opposed to everyone else's.
Pretty much the knives and stuff, they're in my hands alone.
Okay.
And I'm inspecting the knives, I'm doing all the work, and I'm a bit of a perfectionist. If I'm looking at the knife and I'm just thinking, well, if somebody was sending me this, would this be what I would expect? And if it doesn't meet my expectations, I'm going to start all over again and redo it.
Nice. So tell me a little bit about your customer service or any guarantees or warranties that you have.
For me, my customers come first. If you call me, message me, or anything, if I can't get to you right then, I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible. And for anybody who's bought one of my knives, like now that I'm doing mirror polishing, if they want to have their knife mirror polished, send it back and just pay shipping. If you want it resharpened, just pay shipping. If you break the knife, send it back to me, and I'll make you another one free of charge.
No questions asked?
No questions asked. I don't care if you break it intentionally. Send it back to me, and I'm going to make you another one.
Man, that's pretty unheard of because there's a lot of guys out there abusing knives.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I do the same thing, man.
Nice, nice. So like I said, in conclusion, a little quick recap of who you are, what kind of knives you make, and any social media links. The links will also be in the comments of the video.
All right, you can find my page at Abyssal Wolf Forge on Facebook. You can check out Bear Heart Outdoors on YouTube. Micah Heartless runs it. I send pretty much everything to him for testing. And check out CP Kydex and Boyd's Leather. They're both on Facebook as well. And mainly, I make your bushcraft, your hunting, and your survival type knives.
Awesome, man. Hey, I appreciate you getting on with us for this interview, and take care, man.
You too, brother.
All right.